Wow, it's actually chilly this morning. It feels amazing. But since the sun is up, it feels nice and warm. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. We're just getting our day started. We're gonna be heading home today. I'm excited. This is our last leg of the journey. Yeah, I'm very excited to be getting home. And Teri and Scott will be meeting us there today. So we'll get to see them and see how the property's been doing. I'm sure fine since Jimmy's been watching it. I've seen some stuff on the cameras, the security cameras. Yeah, we'll be getting on the road here in probably about 10-15 minutes. I think Jeff's just fixing his coffee now. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy mine. Moo-moo, it's a beautiful day today, isn't it? Feels wonderful. I'm definitely glad to be back in the areas that have cooler mornings. San Antonio, like I had mentioned, did not. Their mornings were, well, it did get down to the 70s in the morning, but some mornings when it was 100 degrees, it would only get down to the 90s. Ooh, that sun feels amazing. Such a beautiful morning. The birds are chirping and it's turning out to be a great morning. Hopefully this morning stays awesome. I didn't dip my hair in coffee this morning, so we're doing good. I told Jeff I would clean his windows. So he found the glass cleaner. Oh, I might have put a little too much on there. And his dash needs to be cleaned too. Alright, let me go outside. Kind of tall for me to reach. Oh, there goes the train. Well, it definitely took me longer than 10 or 15 minutes, so we're leaving a little later. And I know I need to do this to my truck. I'll do that as soon as I get home. But it's a work truck, that's why I don't worry about it. But the rigs I try to keep a little cleaner, at least mine. It's not perfect, but it'll do until we can get some Armor All and I can actually clean the dashes. I'm gonna help him clean the whole front area. But my main goal is to get that windshield clean. And I know when you're traveling, some things like that get pushed to the wayside, just not as important. But I wanted to go ahead and get it done, and it's done. Taking the dogs for their morning pee, and then we can get on the road. Mama, go pee-pee. This is where the dogs go pee. Right by the dog station is a reserved handicap parking area, but they don't give you much room, because this is the road. I thought they were installing a dump station right there, but it's a solid surface, no drain. It's a pretty busy little rest area. Seems to stay busy, at least this sector does. But where we are in the back, it's not as busy. Flagstaff, I-40 west. That's how we'll be heading. Moo-moo, you ready? Okay, let's get on the road. Go inside. Go puppies. I just figured out why there's a bunch of nose prints on the window. It's from Kellogg. He was just chasing a fly and he's sticking his nose all over the window. You ready, Moo-moo? Thank you, awesome rest area. It's a nice night's sleep. I'm glad it got cool. Felt nice. All we had on was the fans, and it felt pretty good. My clock hasn't changed time yet. Still saying 8:30, but in Arizona it's only 7:30. Oh, I messed with the button, so he might have to reset them. So it says Flagstaff, what does that say? 149 minutes. I guess if you're going 75, but we don't go that fast. Choo-choo train. I didn't hear it all last night, but this morning it did honk its horn. Or at least one of them did. Indian ruins, 8 miles ahead. I didn't think you were supposed to use the word Indian. I thought it was supposed to be Native American, but maybe it's like Asians. So you don't call Asians Oriental. We like to be called Asians. It's just the stuff, like the food, rugs, items, and stuff like that that are Oriental. Maybe it's the same thing for that. Pancake house. Oh, that looked like it used to be cool. Not anymore. It's just abandoned. Although when I was younger, my friend used to call me ornamental because, you know, Oriental, and she said I was mental. It's supposed to be funny. So we just got to 6,000 feet elevation. We're here at exit 346, Pine Spring Roads. We're probably going to make a pit stop in Holbrook to grab some breakfast and then continue on. Wow, look at the view. It's beautiful out there, although it does look a bit smoky.
There's fires in Mexico.
Oh, there's fires in Mexico?
New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico, where we just came from. I know you probably couldn't hear Jeff because I didn't have a mic on him, but he was saying there was fires down in the Las Cruces area. And there possibly might be some fires here in Arizona as well.
Yesterday started stage 2 fire restrictions by Williams, Flagstaff.
Yeah, that's what Teri was saying.
Yeah, no campfires, no propane fires, no nothing.
Wow, they sure do have a lot of billboards for that Indian ruins. They did for Indian City as well, that we just passed. Look at the train. I think that's actually, is that an oil train or gas? Looks like it. Train's honking their horn. Beep beep. Our lovely road crew. Oh, they got some big machinery fixing our Arizona roads, which some places desperately need. That's awesome. On one side, we have the Petrified Forest National Park, which is basically calcified wood. On the other side, we have the Painted Desert. Not the best view. I think coming the other way, you get a better view of it. From Holbrook is where the Petrified Loop starts, and it is actually the old Route 66, so you would have to have taken that way. But now that they put in I-40, it kind of cuts that off. Geronimo! Wow, look at these big rock formations. Big boulders. We made it to Winslow, Arizona, and no, I'm not going to go stand on the corner like the song says. Gas here is $3.09. It's changed a bit here in Winslow. There's definitely a lot more stuff than there used to be. And look, they have window cleaning stuff. Yay! I can clean the side windows. Awesome. I usually do this with my rig every time I stop. Well, maybe not every time. It's just easy to clean this way. Oh, look, they got some jams going on. I can dance and clean windows. That's one thing I didn't clean is the headlights. So they do have a 13-foot clearance at the Walmart here, but most RVs, I believe, are under that. Let me grab some breakfast first. This is usually my go-to when I come to Carl's J's is the Monster biscuit. Some OJ. We did our supply run at Walmart, and we're getting back on 40. And I believe it's 85 miles until we make our turn off of Williams onto 64. We don't have to stop in Flagstaff anymore since we did it here. Entering Coconino County. Now we just have to climb up to the Flagstaff elevation. Oh wow, look at, there's two dust devils going side by side over there. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Pretty neat. And you can see barely the San Francisco peaks up ahead. Sleepyheads, we're almost there. Finally, Flagstaff city limits. It's the Walnut Canyon area. And back in the trees. Trees, and more trees. Oh, look, we have some pronghorn crossing the road. It's a mother and her two fawn. I guess that's what you call them, fawn. Normally they're running across. Oh, there's one more. Okay, come. Oh, wow, there's a whole group of them. There's 4 over here and 4 over here. Come on, baby. Taking your sweet old time. Those are not pronghorn. Are they? Oh, maybe they are. It's just the ears looked weird. They kind of look like deer. Yeah, but their butt, you're right. They have that specific kind of furry butt. Oh yeah, I see the male. That is a pronghorn. He's got his whole harem going on. Just like 5 other... What's that, Kellogg, huh? As you can see, we've made it home. We just have a couple more miles to go. Teri and Scott are already here. She sent me a text letting me know. What's that, Kellogg? What's that? Huh? Thank goodness. We finally made it back. Hey, Olive. Are you excited? And I'm going to get unpacked and then we'll take a look around. Thanks, Jimmy. I see you. Olive, what you doing? Staying out of the heat? How was Phoenix?
It was hot, but we were in air-conditioned
The whole time.
So it was good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. Well, the heat wasn't fun.
Oh, yeah.
But they have a pool. And we had
But it's dry heat.
Yeah, and we had so much fun.
But it's still 110. We got there, it was like I want to say one night, like the first 2 days were like 95. It was like, oh, boom. 104, 110, 110.
That, as soon as we got to San Antonio, it shot up over 100. I was like, really?
I know.
The first day, I think, was okay. And then after that, it was ridiculous.
It rained a couple times, and it was so humid.
Yeah.
So it was 90%
yeah.
humidity.
Right. Yeah, which made it sticky.
Asha took us there once when it did that.
Yeah.
I'd never really experienced
Oh
that
God, you
before.
remember the mosquito haven that we went to with Colleen and Mick?
That was so bad.
I mean, it was a beautiful spot.
That's where Scotty couldn't breathe all of a sudden and
Oh,
asked
right.
me, can you give me a trach of ice? And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'll take care of you, buddy. It's like,
it was terrible.
He woke
My
up in the
throat
middle
was
of the night,
swollen
like-
up, you know.
Yeah.
And then then late at night, I panicked. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's asleep. And I sat at the back of the door, but it was so hot and humid. I was just like,
was it allergy?
That fly tried to get
I really don't know. You know what I
Is
ended
that
up doing?
so there's the flies trying to make a home in your ear?
Z-Packs. And then what really
But it
made me mad
startled
is that
him.
I waited for like 3 days before I did that. I didn't even know that Mick had one, He's like, oh, take a Z-Pack. And
Yeah, he was really sick.
the next morning I woke up, I'm like, wow.
Good morning. Yesterday was the hottest day, but it feels amazing this morning. The sun's out. There's a nice cool breeze. It just feels lovely, but I'm sure it's going to warm up. And now for the rest of the week, since we got our hottest day, it's supposed to start cooling down. I think we have 3 more days of hot weather, and then it's going to cool down into the 80s. Not super cool like the 70s, but I'll take the 80s over 90s. Ugh, my God. I was only gone 2 weeks and everything's already grown. Weeds everywhere. But we'll take a walk around and see what's going on. But anything garden related, I'll definitely share on garden days. Scott and Teri will be leaving soon. They're parked right over there, so I definitely want to say bye to them. They had planned on leaving, but I was able to talk them into staying for one day, even though it was the hottest day yesterday. But we hung out on the deck, and then we moved over to the other sitting area once the deck got warm. And I also brought out the evaporative cooler. This is the evaporative cooler or swamp cooler that we use on the property. And this is awesome. The container below holds about 5 gallons. Now it does use a lot of water, but on a dry, hot day, it works wonderful. Now these don't really work in humid situations, but we're here out in the desert, so they're amazing for that. And had that going, and it really cooled things down. So that was nice. And then we got to catch up and just hang out. And that's what we did all day yesterday. So I didn't really get to record anything. But they have the tractor packed up and they're ready to go whenever. Everything seemed to fare well other than the weeds growing. But Jeff and I had dinner on the deck and watched some TV last night. That was nice. It was really cool. I will say once that sun goes away, it cools down pretty quickly. We've opened up the shipping container because my truck was stored in there for 2 weeks, so we're getting it aired out. Kellogg, are you chasing lizards this morning? I know he's glad to be back on the property. Where are they at? Where are those lizards? Last night I realized that I was running out of water, so Jeff was nice enough to get the hose out for me and fill up my tank. We have a separate pump for the freshwater tank. You enjoying this beautiful morning, moo-moo? Huh? It is nice out today, isn't it? I still haven't unpacked from the trip, so I probably need to go ahead and do that. When I left for the trip, I wasn't sure how long we were going to be gone, so I turned off my refrigerator and pulled everything out of it. And what I wanted to keep, I put in this portable fridge that's just been running off my solar. But I didn't clean it, so yesterday I was able to get that cleaned and turned back on. There's not much in here, but I still need to clean all the shelves and put them back and the drawers that go on the bottom. Teri gave me a bunch of squash. 2 of them I'm going to use in the garden, and the other one, which is the butternut squash, I'll probably cook. It seems like it's still good. Coffee. I left my coffee mug at my aunt's, so I'll have to grab that when we go back for Thanksgiving. Moo-moo, you look like a lioness, getting ready to pounce. Hiding behind the weeds I have to pull up. You're probably wondering what's going on behind me. This is the shipping container. And we got started on this project before I went to Texas, but had to stop. I'll definitely show and share this later on its own video. You're so silly. Wanna go for a walkie poo? Huh? After I finish my coffee, I'll take you for a walk. Since the weather's hot, I definitely have to take advantage of the early mornings and also the later days when it cools down. So we're on the back part of the property. Everything looks kind of dry. Can't wait till the monsoon season start. Plus that'll cool everything down. And center camp is right over there. You can actually see center camp better from this corner of the property. Oh, I see Scotty still working on the trailer. Something I have to attend to is the fence out front. 2 of the posts have cracked, so those need to be replaced. This side is fine. My friend Michelle actually was doing something a little different. I think I showed this earlier. And we might go with something like this because it gives it more stability, but it uses more wood because of those supporting beams there. I think Scott and Teri are ready to head back to Washington.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Love you. Have a safe trip.
Yeah, we'll see you soon enough.
Bye. Love you. Have a safe trip.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you so much.
I'm gonna miss you too. Bye, Punky. Have a fun trip home, honey. Oh my goodness. You be good, you hear? Yeah. Scotty and Teri are switching roles. Now they're going on a long trip. We just got off a long trip. It is crazy. Well, y'all have a safe trip. We love you.
Win some money and get some free rooms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stop at a casino. Get some money. Money, girl. Trailer in tow, and they're on their way. Feels like we didn't get much time to hang out, and they just got here. Well, they did just get here, but at least we got to hang out and, celebrate Teri's birthday earlier this season. Yep, there they go. Let's definitely see you later and not goodbye. I don't know, last night I did have a dream of my mother, but it must have startled me because it woke me up and I couldn't remember what the dream was about. I just remember seeing her face, and then that was it. And I went back to bed and woke up this morning and still couldn't remember what I dreamt about. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just glad to be home and getting back into the routine of things with the pups and just life in general. But I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and onward bound. And if you want to check out more videos, they'll be right over here. If you want to subscribe, you can do so there. Or check out Patreon. Bye for now. Mwah.